I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, disrespecting people talking to.
So on the morning of July 10th, 2025, this 26-year-old woman named Afeni Badu Muhammad shows up for her shift at the McDonald's on 9 Mile Road in East Point, Michigan. From what most people say, she was just a regular employee, nothing out of the ordinary. But by the end of that day, she'd be facing life in prison. It was just before 8 in the morning when she and her manager, Jennifer Harris, got into some kind of argument. Now, Jennifer was 39, the manager at that location, and honestly, she sounds like one of those people everybody knew and loved. She'd been working at that McDonald's for 15 years, running the place while also raising 6 kids on her own. People who knew her described her as hard-working and genuinely kind. Her pastor said Jennifer's smile could light up a room and that she was basically like a daughter to the whole church. She was the kind of person who was either at church, at work, or with her kids. Just a really devoted mum. Anyway, during the argument, Jennifer told Muhammad to go home early. No one knew at the time how serious that would turn out to be. A little while later, Muhammad went out to her car, grabbed a big kitchen knife, then came back. And it gets even worse. Surveillance video and witnesses say she slipped back in through the employee entrance, wearing a hooded mask to hide her face. The second Muhammad came back in with that mask on, things turned violent fast. Witnesses say she went straight for Jennifer, grabbed her from behind, and in a split second pulled out the knife. She stabbed her as many as 15 times. Jennifer screamed and went down, and the whole place just erupted into chaos. Out in the drive-thru, a customer sitting at the window actually saw it happen. He had a gun on him, legally carried, so he fired one shot through the glass trying to stop her. The shot didn't hit anything, but it was enough to freak Muhammad out. She dropped the knife and ran out. The guy chased her into the parking lot, tackled her, and held her at gunpoint until police got there just a few moments later. When the officers arrived, they cuffed her right there on the pavement and took her in. Paramedics rushed Jennifer to the hospital, but she didn't make it. Her injuries were just too severe. Afterward, investigators started piecing together why this even happened. During questioning, Muhammad straight up admitted she'd gone home that morning planning to kill Jennifer. Then police found something even worse, an Instagram video she'd posted 2 days before. In it, she was complaining that Jennifer was a bully and saying she'd been sent home 2 days in a row over minor stuff. She ended the video with this creepy warning that somebody's going to do something if things didn't change.
But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
Police say those Instagram videos really show just how much resentment Muhammad has built up toward Jennifer. In her rant, she even brought up Jennifer's kids. By the very next day, July 11th, Muhammad was standing in court. She was officially charged with first-degree premeditated murder, which in Michigan means life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus some weapons charges on top of that. The judge Kathleen Galen set her bond at an almost unbelievable $25 million. During the arraignment, prosecutors pointed out that Muhammad had a history. They said she'd been involved in at least one other stabbing before this, which they saw as a pretty disturbing pattern. Her lawyer immediately pushed for a psychiatric evaluation, hinting that her mental state might be an issue. The judge agreed, so now her case is on hold until those results come back. From the start, police and prosecutors have called the whole thing brutally senseless. In a statement, the prosecutor described Jennifer's death as an absolutely senseless and heartbreaking tragedy, and reminded everyone that she left behind 6 kids. Right now, the only real hint at a motive beyond the workplace drama is Mohammed's own angry rant. She's still in jail waiting for the case to move forward, and if she's convicted, she's guaranteed to spend the rest of her life behind bars. Honestly, the first thing that jumps out is just how fast this whole situation spiraled from a workplace disagreement into something completely irreversible. Lots of people have bad mornings at work, arguments with a boss, frustration over being sent home, but for most it ends with some venting, maybe even quitting the job. In this case, Mohammed's decision to not just leave but come back armed, masked, and clearly intent on violence shows that she had crossed a line long before she even stepped back inside. That's not a heat-of-the-moment reaction. The fact that she admitted in interrogation that she planned to kill Jennifer after leaving the store confirms it wasn't some impulsive loss of control. It was premeditated. What makes it even harder to process is who Jennifer Harris was. By all accounts, she was someone deeply rooted in her family, her church, and her community. She'd worked at that McDonald's for 15 years, which tells you she was committed, and she was raising 6 kids on her own. Taking someone like that away, especially in such a public, brutal way, doesn't just impact one family. It sends shockwaves through an entire neighborhood. You've got kids who just lost their mum, a congregation grieving someone they saw every Sunday, and co-workers who witnessed something they'll never unsee. The senselessness of it makes it all the more tragic because it's not like there was some unavoidable clash. This was avoidable from the start. And then there's Mohammed's history and the social media posts. That Instagram rant, calling her boss a bully, mentioning being sent home, shows that her anger had been simmering for at least days before this happened. Add in that prosecutors say she's been involved in at least one other stabbing, and you're looking at someone with a dangerous pattern of resorting to extreme violence. The defense asking for a psychiatric evaluation makes sense, because either she's deeply unstable or she's just extremely willing to act on her anger, and both possibilities are alarming. But regardless of what that evaluation shows, the outcome is the same. A devoted mother is gone, 6 kids are left without her, and one decision in a McDonald's parking lot changed multiple lives forever.